Welcome back to From 9 to Mom.
Where we discuss balancing the 9 to 5 hustle with the beautiful chaos that we call motherhood. And it's been a hot minute since we did some shit you can't make up, Katie. So I think
We have so many things up our sleeves that these kids keep doing to us, but let's hear yours.
Okay. So I feel like we haven't told each other stories like this because we've been trying to save them. So I'm trying to pick the best ones. But the other night, Colton got a comic book set from my Uncle Jim. Like he wanted to harness his creativity and really feed into the child that Colton is. And Colton loves this comic book, but there's also something else that he really loves. And that is boobies. So he made an entire comic book all by himself about Boob Eye, the superhero. And the entire comic book is about some superhero saving the world with their sidekick Boob Eye. And this is not the first time that we are getting versions of a boob-themed superhero. He also knows how to spell titties. Sorry, guys, but he's very proud of himself. He actually spells it tippies. But I've been getting pictures and drawings and words of boobies and titties nonstop, and I don't know what to do, and I'm terrified that he's going to do it in public. So here we are.
Or at school.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear, is that he's going to be asked to do a school project. Like they right now in kindergarten, it's all writing stories. They write a story and they illustrate it. Like, what if Boob Eye makes an appearance?
Where do you think it stems from?
Come on. Where do you think it stems from? I breastfed Daisy. My boobies were always out. And he always commented on them. He comments on them every day of his life. His dad comments on them every day of his life. I just think it's ingrained in our family. Like boobs are a big part of, we're a boob friendly family. And I think that is really transferred over.
I think it's fine. I think when it comes home from school, it's going to be interesting because it's going to, you can't avoid it at this point.
No, but I'm not looking forward to it.
But you can't make that up. That is for sure. But the video you sent me was hilarious of him so proud of it and explaining to you all of the pieces. He got the nipple right, everything.
Right? Like, were you not impressed?
He knows more than most men.
And I'm going to talk about you and talk about my son because I didn't tell you this part, but you sent me that video of Jack stomping around this morning and talking about how proud he is of his big wee-wee. And Colton also had a recent moment where he told his cousin that he had a big fat weenie very proudly. And I just think it's really good that our sons have really good self-esteem.
The confidence.
That confidence is important.
Jack's favorite thing in the morning is he wakes up and we try to get him to go to the bathroom because we're working on the whole at night thing. So we're get up and go to the bathroom, don't hold it, whatever. And he always gets up and pulls his pants down and goes, big pee-pee. And
He's so proud.
And he chants it.
So this is our problem. We're laughing. So they're doing this. And one of these days.
How do you not laugh though? I don't understand.
There's moms who are really good at it. So maybe they can help us out.
So my story recently was I forget where we were going, but the whole fam, we were all leaving the house. And Calvin's been really good about walking to the car recently. He used to bolt, get in the garage, head for the road. You had to carry him everywhere. And we're not on a super busy street, but still a bad habit. So we're finally at the Independence where he wants to go out. So the other morning we were all trying to leave the house and we're in our garage and everyone's getting their shoes on and we have all of our shoes in the garage and the garage door was closed. And so I go to hit the open button and I go, everybody stay in the garage. Even Jack needs a reminder, stay in the garage till, we're ready to go. Cause usually we're getting a couple things together. I hit the door opener. Calvin turns and hears it and starts sprinting at the garage, the exit. And
of course
thinks he's clearing it, does not clear the garage door and just clotheslines himself against, it was perfect height to his head. And falls back. We were going to a birthday party, I think, because he showed up to the birthday party with a line across his face from the garage door.
Listen, he will never bolt again. He won't do it again.
That's what Ryan said. He goes, he had to just learn the hard way. And I'm like, this kid's going to have CTE in
my mom would always be
year.
This is God punishing you. This is God punishing you for your misbehavior. So, maybe it was just God punishing him for running.
Yes. What the hell?
Poor kid.
You can't make these things up, and it's what keeps us giggling, laughing. I suppose.
Yeah, which is kind of the theme of this episode.
Yeah, we wanted to have a fun, light episode, and we came across some other people doing this trend of would you rather's, and we're gonna do would you rather mom edition. And I started it last night on our Instagram page. If you had
there were some
seen,
good. Share them, Katie.
yeah, so we need to like go through some of them. So, because there's some
Mm-hmm.
50-50s out there. So the first one was, would you rather take a meeting at 4:59 or have your kids wake up at 4:59? What was your answer?
I would rather have my kids wake up at 4:59. What about you?
I would take the meeting at 5.
I think most people would, but the reason I say that is because my kids are usually barreling in and they go to bed, and I know with our meetings it would be an hour and a half long, and then it would be nightmares. And I'm more like, the middle of the night thing doesn't really kill me, but for you, I could see
That's
why.
true. So there was 83% of people would take the meeting, 17% would take the kids waking up. So
cheers to that 17%.
You're the 17%. Second one was, would you rather listen to Baby Shark on loop for 8 hours or sit through a Q1 budget meeting?
What was your answer? I know my answer.
I think I'd rather sit through the budget meeting.
Same. Baby Shark is on repeat like that. It gives me like the chills thinking about it.
It was like a little closer though. It was 65 to 35. 35% would rather listen to Baby Shark. So
I think our budget meetings are pretty like entertaining though. Like when Joe goes through stuff,
if you're intrigued, like they can last a while.
Yeah, I know. True.
You know. All right, this one was a landslide. Would you rather be caught up on laundry or have a clean email inbox?
Be caught up on laundry all day.
Yeah, it was 96%.
But were you the 4% that was like, I need a clean inbox?
Yes.
Because you are psycho.
That said I'd have the clean inbox because the laundry, like, we have enough clothes. I don't know. Like, it can be hidden.
No.
I can't move on with my day without a clean inbox.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do is send you my inbox.
I'm literally the 1% on that. Was this last one? Yes, last one was, would you rather do the homework with kids or attend a meeting with no agenda?
I was actually shocked by this one. Like, as it was coming in, I would rather do homework with kids. What about you?
Same. And that was 60-40 with that.
But there was a lot of people that were like,
that was back and forth.
I don't know.
12 to, yeah. So,
well, Katie, let's be fair though. I wonder who answered the questions about the homework with kids. We haven't done real homework with kids. We've only done like baby homework.
That's true. I'm imagining, that, and I know we have a lot of teachers that follow us. So like Ryan's going to pick the homework all day. We did get 2 submissions of some would you rather. So let's address those. So, actually, I think this is kind of one. Would you rather have your work schedule perfectly aligned with your kids, but opposite of your spouse? So like your work schedule is the same as like the kids' school and then opposite of your spouse's, or have to work nights and holidays?
Have my work schedule aligned with my kids, but opposite of my spouse. How about you?
Yeah, screw them. Yeah, screw the husband for now.
Sorry, bro. But
we'll meet back up in 12 years.
It's great.
That one is a good one though. Nights or holidays are never.
I did it for a long time, and I know people as parents who did it and they make it work. But if I had a choice and I had a perfect schedule aligned with my kids, it would save me so much stress. My husband would like me so much more. Let's be honest.
God, I know.
Yeah, right.
So I know we put together some ones for each other. Do we want to just like rapid fire back and forth?
Yeah. You want me to go first?
All right, so I did a couple that were like funny, mostly work related in that, but there are some other ones. But yeah, you go first.
So just going in there because this one made me laugh. I don't know why, like when I was thinking about it, but would you rather have your work email autocorrect best regards to Big Daddy, or would you rather have your kids scream a very inappropriate bedroom phrase in public?
Bedroom phrase in public. It's a one and done.
It's game over, right? So like
kids say anything like the autocorrect, I can't blame that on anyone.
Yeah, that means you're typing in Big Daddy like on the reg.
Right.
And I kind of though, my mom has my dad in his phone and her phone is Big Sexy. Sorry, lighting you guys up. But like I think it would be amazing if I accidentally emailed somebody like Big Daddy. I don't know.
So you would pick Big Daddy?
Only because I think it'd be really funny, but it would also be mortifying. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I could, me and my personality, I couldn't. Like the kid saying something is like, I'll get over it, but not in that. All right, so my first one for you. Would you rather This is kind of going off the same one we have though, but would you rather take a job that's night shift, but you double your salary? Or would you rather never get a raise again?
So this is a good one because right now Daisy's not in school and Colton gets out at 2. So depending on what time the night shift was, I might take the night shift, double my salary, and then take like a couple years off of work or something. I don't know, because never getting a raise again might mean that I end up having to work a night shift as well anyways. Like how about you? Like I don't know.
No, I'd have to do it. You're right. Like I wouldn't be able to say no to the money. And I was writing these and I'm like, man, we're going to feel like shitty moms from some of these questions because it's like, but double the salary? Like think of the life we could live. We could go on vacations. I'd earn PTO and we'd go on all the
and our kids are
things.
small. So like during the day, like you get to be PTO mom. Like, I don't know, maybe we'd have to learn how to live with no sleep, but we'd figure it out.
You do that anyway. Like
I know.
You'd be fine.
That sounds good to me, actually. Anyone hiring night shift, let me know.
All right, let's hear your next one.
So would you rather wake up every morning being fully dressed and ready to go yourself, or have your kids get themselves completely dressed and out the door without your help?
Me ready 100%.
Yeah, it just takes
but it's like the biggest thing that comes off the list naturally anyway. So like if I could just have that done, I'm going to have, I can't even fantasize about a world that my kids can get themselves ready and out the door without me saying anything.
Well, I kind of would normally say like have myself be ready, but at the stage we're in with Daisy's meltdowns, only wanting to wear certain colors, and Colton being like slower than a sloth. Yeah. I feel like if they could get ready all by themselves, it'd be amazing. I'd look so good every day.
Is that a boys thing of like they just take forever? Because like we're in a big independent stage right now. So Jack wants to get himself dressed every morning. So like even on Sunday, he got up, we're at a new stage where he's like, we let him get himself out of his room and all that. And so he came in our room both mornings this weekend at 6:15.
Of course.
And finally Sunday morning, Ryan's like, go make your bed. Go pick out your clothes. And then he proceeded to get completely dressed on his own. And now he wants to do that every day. And Calvin will not allow us to help him put his shoes on. They're slide-ons, but he can't do it. His little chubby feet barely fit into these shoes.
I know.
But like, I have to wait for him to grow. It's a whole thing. I have to wait for him to grow into Jack's because I'm not buying multiple pairs of shoes.
Daisy's very independent, but Colton is not. So I don't think it's a boy thing because Colton literally, I have to ask him every stage of the way. We've tried he is seriously the most helpless person. But then I think about, his dad and if I didn't like lay out clothes for him when he goes to work trips and stuff, I don't know if he'd be able to handle it. Sorry, Jordan.
Yeah, I don't think they can figure it out. We'll see as they get older what they can figure it out, what they can put together. All right. Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
It's going to make me laugh, but I already know your answer. Okay. Would you rather get a pap smear every month or do an icebreaker on every Zoom meeting?
I would rather do an icebreaker on every Zoom. I hate pap smears. I hate the crank. It's so cold and uncomfortable. I don't like that they're looking in there. I'll do an icebreaker any day. How about you, I hate icebreakers.
No, I'm getting the pap smear. Who cares?
Every month over an icebreaker?
Yeah. Icebreakers are just like so dramatic. They take it could add 45 minutes to a freaking meeting. When a pap smear, I don't know if it's my OB or not, but like we're in and out in a minute.
Yeah, but you got to get naked.
You've got two kids.
Yeah, but I just don't like it. Every month to go to the thing, go take your clothes off, spread your legs in the stirrups, put metal in your hoo-ha. Like,
do you know how many Zoom meetings we have? Like do you know how much time?
Yeah, but I actually everyone's going to hate me for this. I like icebreakers. Like, I think they're funny.
Icebreakers are my least favorite thing on planet Earth.
Yeah, that's why I'm actually kind of surprised you kept working with me after I did icebreakers for so long. Like, I'm surprised you didn't quit. But I just must have created a great culture for you.
Yeah, I just really loved it. I love it here. I don't do them. I'm not like I don't like being put on the spot for that stuff. If I know it ahead of time, I'm fine. Like, it's fine. But like otherwise, like save it.
Well, I guess I don't have this written down, but I'm going to ask you this. Would you rather has nothing to do with kids because it just relates to what you just said. And I don't know how I'm going to word it because it's coming out of my head right now. But then would you rather have one meeting every day where somebody put you on the spot and you didn't have an answer and you had to make it up, or sing karaoke once a month in front of everyone at the company?
Be put on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm not singing karaoke unless I'm blacked out drunk.
I would sing karaoke for
and
sure.
It wouldn't be healthy for me to be blacked out every month these days.
Yeah, that's something I used to do, but I couldn't do anymore. But I would sing karaoke. It's like
once a year.
I like being put on the spot, but I just want to sing karaoke. I'm not good. People will quit.
Be like, I just want to do it more. Oh my God. All right, go with your next one on the list.
Okay, hold on. I'm not going in order because why would I do that?
That's okay. Add chaos, please.
Okay. Would you rather have your boss accidentally read like a spicy text, like you send them your text message for your spouse, or have your kids accidentally open your hidden adult stash and come ask you about it?
Because of how little the kids were, I wouldn't care if they found
let's
stuff.
Take it up a notch. What if they put it in their backpack and it showed up somewhere else?
That'd be really pretty bad. I could get over one spicy text, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's like, we're all adults here. Like, please. But like them going to something that sticks with you and it's a story that a teacher tells for a really long time.
Yeah, they will never stop telling that story. But I know it's
like
happened
you're in the books.
At schools. Because I've had teachers tell me it's happened.
I'm sure. It probably happens more frequently than we think.
Yeah,
but that would be
most definitely
devastating, I think.
I think it'd be... I would switch.
This is going to be a stressful episode. Yeah, like you can't even send your kid there the next day.
Continue.
Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. Okay, this is a good one. I'm going out of order now too, just as we like get into different ones. I know. All right, would you rather have your toddler cut your hair or cut their own hair?
It depends what kid it was.
Let's say it's Daisy.
I might rather have her cut my hair because I could probably get extensions. But if I like had her alone, what do you do with that? Like her spring pictures are next week. Like, what do you do with a kid that has I don't know. I feel like that's one of my worst nightmares. How about you? You have boys, so like obviously their hair.
No. Yeah. I'm trying to like put myself in those shoes. I would probably say their own hair because their hair is going to grow a lot quicker than my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely. But you bring up the extensions and like that's also something, but like there's so many kids that have cut their own hair, and like Michelle will be texting me if I don't bring this up. When we were little, I cut her hair. I gave her bangs.
What, Katie?
Yeah.
How did she look? Was she really?
In my closet. Did she really? I wish we had a picture of it. I don't think my mom got a picture of it, but I barely remember it. But Michelle has the best memory of all time, and she's like, I remember you thinking that you could cut my hair, and like I wanted bangs, and I took her into our closet. I think we shared a room at the time, and we went into our closet and I cut her hair.
But that's like what I'm envisioning. Like I've hidden the scissors to a point where like Colton knows where they are. But it's seriously one of my biggest fears is that not my biggest fears, like health and whatever, but I could see it happening and I dread the day it happens for real.
That was a tough one. That was
really hard.
All right, you're up.
I'm distracted now. Like I can't even think of one because I'm thinking
these
about
like all these questions are kind of giving me some anxiety. I'm not gonna lie.
Some of mine are not anxiety driven. So do you want one that would be like really cool?
I mean,
instead. So like this one's more of like this is two good things. So would you rather have a personal chef to pack lunches every single day and make dinner every single day, or a chauffeur to do all the school drop-offs and pickups?
Chef.
You think a chef?
Well, in my current state, like it's a lot of time. I foresee it being a lot of time packing school lunches and like having healthy things. Like it would just be so thoughtless. At least when I'm driving, like it's already mindless. I could catch up on all my content. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely would do a chauffeur. Like I feel like because of like my ADD, if you throw like whenever I have to go leave a task to like start another one, I get so distracted and then I have to come back to it. Like I make it work and I do love listening to my content, but how cool would it be one day She'd just be like, I'm going to start my day on this time and end my day on this time and never have an interruption. But also Jordan is kind of our family chef. You guys do a lot of split cooking. You do a lot of cooking.
Ryan does he does a lot. I do a lot of the prepping. So like I actually like think of the meals, get the stuff, prep whatever, and then he like does the cooking of it, and then I do all the cleaning. So pretty much everything else. All right. So next one, I already know the answer, but we have to ask: would you rather clean up puke or poop?
Poop. I hate puke.
I knew that already.
What about you?
I think I'd still take the poop just out of more recent experience. Like, I feel like we've talked about
you had a bad puking experience as well.
And like, it's just so much. Like, at least we're in a stage where poop can be contained a little bit. Like the puking it's repetitive. It's all over. You have to like wash it out of stuff. Like, I don't know. And I don't got it. Like, I can just throw the stuff out. You know what I mean? Like, at least with poop, it's like with underwear, that's getting thrown away. Like, we're not.
Well, and does it mean that. Like, I don't know if it's dependent on too, like, are they sick or not? Like, because puke usually means sick, and that usually means there's more. Right. Where poop is like okay, we had a bad experience, but we're going to move on.
You had an accident or something.
From this, you know?
There's a lot of caveats to it, but it was broad. It was a broad question. So, I think we're both team poop. Mm-hmm. All right, let's hear your next one.
So which one do I want to use?
I only have like two more.
I have a couple like extra that I had. But would you rather have your kid take like we're going to call it a diary, but like take a copy of your like back and forth text messages with daddy to show and tell, or a copy of your most recent smut novel, which I read, Wild Side, was very, very, very dirty. So which one of those would you rather have them take to school?
Wait, they're taking it to school? The book,
right? Like I would say
just on the shelf
because everyone's reading it.
It's like a popular book. Like it's fine, and it's not related to Katie. Like I can read whatever I want, and like, oh well.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you blame me? Like, yeah, I don't know.
Like,
not as like invasive.
This is not a would you rather, but this is making me think about something else. Like, did you ever find someone else's parents like dirty pictures or their magazines?
No.
I did twice. 2 other people, and it was not my parents.
Are you a snooper? Like you were at somebody's house snooping?
Were we snooping? The answer is absolutely yes.
Little weirdos and going in the bedside table.
Yes. We found like naked photos of their parents at their honeymoon.
It was a different time though, remember? Like
because Polaroids,
all of us, nobody's got like nudes printed out in their bedstand.
Yeah, I think about it like, and it was mortifying. But anyways, what's your next one?
Hilarious. All right. So then let's see. Okay. Would you rather go a week with no Wi-Fi or go 6 months with no sick kids? Think about what no Wi-Fi means.
Yeah, that's a really, really hard one.
6 months with no sickness.
I would say 6 months with no sickness. I'd rather have that. And then like, but if the week with no Wi-Fi could be like on a beach or like,
the place of my choosing.
Yeah, like that is my rule with that one.
Okay.
What would you do?
I think I would. I think I'd be okay to handle the kid's sickness. In a 6 month, I mean, like,
okay,
that'd be really hard to go a whole week without that. And like, I'm also like naive to it. My kids, knock on wood, like we haven't gotten any crazy sicknesses. Like they're relatively healthy little boys.
I think we should do a challenge.
I
think we should do a challenge where we don't have Wi-Fi for a week. Well, we have Wi-Fi. We have to do our jobs, but we pretend we don't for the kids. Like, what would we do with them?
Like me and Ryan tried to do that once where we're like go off the grid for the weekend, and we like turned our phones off and like really tried to like do stuff. And
how'd that go for you?
it didn't last more than 12 hours because it was like no TV, like no screens. And we're like, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
yeah, that like, dumb. You're like, why are we forcing this on ourselves? Like,
why are we doing this to ourselves?
This is not a game of would you rather. This is real life.
It makes no sense to do something like that. So that was my last one, I think.
I have a couple like random ones, but this one is one that I thought about, like had to think about a little bit. Would you rather have an uninterrupted workday, but come home to total chaos? So like the most, let's just say, let's call it the most productive work day. You got everything done, then you come home to total chaos, or have a super stressful work day, but come home to a perfectly clean and peaceful house.
Well, this is like a really, really good one for me. I think I'd pick the first one because I feel so good when I get, or when I feel like a productive person at work, and then like coming home to the chaos would be okay because I thrive, like I can fix that. I feel like once the workday was terrible, it's really hard for me to come out of the funk. Even if my house was beautiful, it's still hard for me to come out of that funk. So like, I think I'd have to pick the first one.
I would agree with that. Yeah. Like I'd rather like have an awesome day because then I have the capacity to have like
if I need to clean or stay up an extra hour after the kids go to bed and like get everything reset, like I have more energy to do that because I felt accomplished in my day.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
Right.
This one that I have, I'm curious because I don't watch the show, but you do. And you don't watch the other. I don't think you guys are onto the other show, but I do. So would you rather watch a 24-hour nonstop Peppa Pig marathon or have to listen to the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song 1,000 times in a row?
So I already watched Peppa Pig on repeat. This is actually another shit you can't make up story. I maybe have told you this, I don't know. But currently Peppa Pig is on holiday from our house. She is not allowed on any of our screens.
Why?
Because
you did not tell me this.
Yes. So it's been almost a whole week of detox of Peppa Pig.
Okay. So what prompted Peppa's
Ryan was cooking dinner last week, and anyone that knows Ryan, he has one level of cooking and he cooks on high for everything. And so something was like kind of burning, like something smells. And Jack is sitting on the couch with me and he goes, "Is that something on the barbecue?"
No.
And me and Ryan looked at each other and we were like, we cannot laugh. We cannot laugh. He like said, like his British accent was perfect. And we were like, this is the key to stop. But before that, this was his third incident of like speaking like Peppa. So
lean into that. Like, who knows what's going to happen?
He was like, we were playing like ice cream truck. And he's like, that'll be 10 pounds. And I'm like, no, dollars. And then what was the other thing that he says? So like we had back a few weeks ago, it was nice for a couple weeks or probably a couple days, not a weeks.
Yeah, let's be real.
And we were able to go outside, and Jack kept being like, I want to go in the garden. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We don't have a garden. Like, what are you talking about, buddy? Like, you want to build a garden? Whatever. No, the garden. And he's like pointing. I'm like, the backyard. He's like, yeah, in the yard, the garden. So he was calling it because, and then we saw Peppa, she calls out going outside. I want to go play in the garden, like outside. Like they call their yard the garden.
Yeah, because they're British.
So she's turned off.
You're raising a proper gentleman. Did you tell the kids that she's on holiday? Because that's a term, a European term as well.
So we keep saying she's on holiday.
Or is she on maternity leave? Because they get a very long maternity leave.
Mama Pig's pregnant.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. She could, you could also put her on maternity leave in a little bit. Like that'll work out.
That's true.
Too.
We could do that. We have to detail. Like we were at Kelvin's asking Peppa Pig, like repetitively. I'm like, can we just get on something else? So we're currently on. We get like these kids get fixated. Like I feel like Daisy does this too. Like she gets fixated on a show. Like Danny Go right now, right?
Danny Go.
Is hers.
I tell her that Beetle is sleeping all the time because I don't think I can. I mean, I love Beetlejuice, but I don't think I can do it again.
That's what these questions of like the repetitive stuff. Like I can't. Peppa was a lot. She's gone now. We were going to try Bluey again. But Bluey's the same thing. They're Australian. Like talking in the accent is like hard. So Ryan's like, I'm finding an educational show and they're going to like it. So currently we're watching Number Blocks on Netflix and it's amazing. Jack can count and add 1 + 1.
Look at them go. If he wants a lesson from Colton knows how to count to 100 really easy.
We should put him on to do it.
Yeah.
Jack's thing right now is he likes to take we have like the Duplo Legos, like the bigger ones, and he creates the number blocks. So they're like, one is red, and then he puts two yellow ones together to be number two, and like the three.
You guys are
and
raising
he
a
puts them
genius.
together. I know. Ryan's like, this is going to be the best thing for him. It's like, all right.
You guys are raising a genius. Meanwhile, my kid told me he can count to 100 really well. And he said 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. And I said, where did you learn that? And he said, that's what they do in China. So you could have your kid who's making number blocks, characters, counting, or Colton somehow is scoring like above average in all these things, which I am shocked every time I get something back home, because the kid says stuff and
that's
you're
all
like,
that matters.
You're like, oh, like what?
But they have the creative enough brain to like start thinking of these things. So I think it's good.
Is it find out? Is it? Find out. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty confident that my kid's first like project is going to be about.
Maybe breasts. He's going to be a doctor. Like,
I hope. You know what, Colton? If you're a doctor, good for you. I think the kid's going to be like, he's a builder. Like, he likes to build and put things together. But you know, if he's a doctor, he's going to be. You know what kind of doctor he's going to be. Plastic surgery, baby. All day. Why not?
I was thinking, I mean, he can go into there's many avenues he could do.
I mean, he could give someone, a pap smear.
He could do tons of pap smears.
every single
He's not
month.
doing my monthly one, though.
No, never, ever, ever, because that would be very, very
I'm going to be signed up on the monthly plan, you know?
Dude,
All right. Do you have any other funny ones or what?
I don't think like anything like super funny, but I just think that this is like this is the only other one that I highlighted, but I didn't want to give too many dirty ones, but those were the funnier ones. This one is, would you rather, well, I'm down like a dirty one, but would you rather have your partner talk to you, like basically do like a little kid voice, like, bedtime voice at seductive time, or have your boss speak at every meeting and read all of your emails in a seductive tone?
Ryan would be doing baby talk.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I could do that, though. I think about Miss Rachel and Danny Go, and I think that that's their foreplay. I'm going to be honest. I think they're doing weird stuff, but like, I don't know if I could do bedtime voice. But also, I don't want my boss. I definitely don't want my boss reading seductively, like specifically in my situation.
I actually like omitted a couple of questions about like your boss. I omitted that because I didn't want to make it weird for you. It would have been funny, but like,
yeah, I mean, it's me. It's not that
there
weird.
were some that I was like, would you rather your boss hit on you or like whatever, but like not super relevant to us.
Yeah, in this case,
too close to the family.
Yeah, so I mean, this was fun
to do. That's a good one, though. That was a good one.
Yeah, this was a fun way to like kind of
lighten the week, guys. Yeah, we want to make sure life's too short to just.
We have one precious life, like Mel said. What are you going to be doing with it? Katie's going to be getting monthly pap smears, and I'm going to be singing karaoke. Whatever it is that you want to do.
Whatever's going to make life easier. So I think with that, we will owe our first book recap next week, though. I just started.
I'm very excited to see what you think.
So. Yeah, we'll see. I have to put some books on pause. I don't think I told you I got a Kindle for my birthday.
Who got it for you? I knew you would get one from someone.
My in-laws.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Way to go.
I'm so happy.
I did see that you had it, but like,
and like all the stuff, we can
rekindle
the one I took pictures with was Ryan. It was Ryan's, the one I was using. So I just got it on Sunday.
Well, congratulations. It's going to be a game changer for you.
I'm just
get the Libby app and you'll be reading like crazy. I'm proud of you.
I'm just going to read whatever's on Kindle Unlimited. We're going to just write it out.
Yeah, there's everything. So you're good to go.
There's tons of smut.
Yeah, till your kids bring that to school and then someone else gets to scan through what you're reading at home.
The best is that our Goodreads is Ryan's name. So like if anyone were to look him up, like students or something, and find his Goodreads, like they're going to see all these books on there.
Just blame him. He's going
to have 5 stars on Wild Side.
People are going to be like, oh, we got to look into this guy. Poor Ryan. They're not Ryan's books. He only does fantasy.
I don't know if anyone's interested, but I did make Danielle read Elsie Silver's Wild series, the Rose Hill series. Stuff. So you'll be glad to know the next book is going to feature Crazy Clyde. He's not the love interest, but the like trope of the book is the fourth girl from like the bowling group that they all hang out with, and it's her ex's dad that is the main guy.
This is very complicated. But I've always wanted Crazy Clyde to have his own novel, so I'm in.
So it's like they take like they're caring for Crazy Clyde. Like that's like I think a lot of the theme.
I love this.
So like
I might actually read it again.
We're gonna have to keep going.
Crazy Clyde. Crazy Clyde.
You want a full book for that? She's writing more about in this like world. People are like,
we'll just see how many because people love the storyline.
And to be clear, these aren't like crazy. There's like 3 or 4 chapters that have some dirty things.
I mean, I am a very open book, and I even had to pause it at points when Jordan would walk in the room because I was so embarrassed when I was listening to some of them on Audible. I was like, he's going to think I'm so messed up. But anyway,
he knows. He already knew. He already knew.
Well, we'll clock out. Right. Time to clock back in. I don't even know. Would you rather go back to work or not? Let's go.
Bye. All right. Bye, guys.